We'll take a short second so you grab some water.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I just saw that message and was like, wait a minute.
My stomach is grumbling, so.
Sparadox is actually going to the Neo Splash, which I think is a pretty good pick for flat zones in particular.
I agree.
They are going pretty evenly in terms of who's going down. Hera is the last one left in this sort of just trying to build that ink armor while they wait for their team to come back in. Just kind of being annoying with those torpedoes. Ouch. That was an ouch.
That was a pretty rough one. Sometimes you just really need that opportunity to be able to use some of those torpedoes in quick succession, but it creates a lot of pressure and it's very difficult. Fantastic job by Suspens to be able to take that zone right there, and they just need to be able to hang on to it for a little while in order to get this lead.
They do have a bit of a push ahead of them, however they are managing to take down 2 at a time, blocking out that ink armor. We do see that they have their splashdown ready as well as jet. Inkjet gets immediately popped. Probably just trying to avoid losing the lead there, but there it goes. All specials out and still not enough.
Yeah, that was a really hard one for Lemuria to be able to kind of take that back. They just didn't have the best positioning in where they needed to be. And, right now, this is what we were talking about earlier, too. Sometimes you can be going for some of the picks, and you're not quite paying attention of who is tackling objective. So it took them a little longer than I would have liked for them to kind of pick that up there. But they were able to get the zone back. And, they're working on trying to keep Suspens as far as possible now.
Kirito is doing a really good job of kind of keeping the ballpoint off that ledge, as well as just kind of sitting there and building up special. They have that special already. The Stingray is coming out on the side of Lemuria just to try and hold them off. It does look generally like Hera is the only one that is up there, and Hera does go down. We see the lead switch happening right there.
But there are only 2 members up right now of Lemuria, so they need to be able to hang on to the zone and really focus on their positioning. It's good to push forward, but if some of the team is in mid and able to do that, nope, they don't have enough time. They are able to shut out that first game.
Wow, we see pretty good kills coming out on each of the. It just seemed that overall Lemuria was just able to hold control better and really just lock out. It wasn't even so much that they were pushing forward into their base, but they just had such good close defense where they really weren't letting Suspens through at all.
Very true. We'll see if they're able to kind of continue to hold that up on tower control and humpback pump track. If I remember correctly, there was a charger from both teams last time, correct?
I think it was the ballpoint instead.
Okay.
It was charger versus ballpoint.
Alright, yeah, I was just questioning it for what we'll see if we'll see chargers this time around.
I think last time Total decided to go heavy remix instead of normal heavy on their tower control set, but I might be entirely wrong there.
I think so, because was that the Black Belly one?
I thought it was, I think it was Black Belly. We see heavy spot lane coming out with a lot of special power.
I mean, if it's going to help them here secure, or I guess the special power lengthens the amount of time you get a Stingray by a little bit, and that might just be what they need. But very early lead coming in from Lemuria here, and, a couple of the members of them begin to go down, so this is what Suspens was waiting for to sort of stop this push, but getting it to 53 is really nice for under 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
I think also the interesting thing there was just Riolu must be wearing so much special charge because they just had that Stingray in like 15 seconds. It was just so quick, and they already are pretty much back pretty far. Kirito manages to get that splashdown, but it doesn't look like they're gonna have that easy of a time getting the kill on Para. Para does manage to take them out.
I think this is... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just once again, the tower is on Lumeria's side. They are pushing forward already.
They're doing a really fantastic job of paying attention to objective this time around. Clown pops that Inkjet and is trying to get a couple picks, and instead gets taken out by that Kensa sloshing machine. So it's going to be a little harder for them to sort of hang on to this tower at this point. I think Suspens has finally kind of gotten their groove on this map, is working to make a couple of counter pushes possible, but no, they just get shut down again.
I think the thing there too was that Pi was doing a really good job on defense, but once they started moving on offense, they just were they immediately got sniped. They were doing a good job of getting one shot off a team, like part of Lemuria, but they were not able to push forward. Already at the second checkpoint, once again, it looks like they're going to get right through that easily. Oh! And that Inkjet direct!
Really, really nice job right there. Getting through that third checkpoint. There are only 2 members of Lemuria alive, and no, they are not able to knock it out. They bring it all the way to 1. I really thought that that was it. I thought they had that, but tower is slowly resetting, and there's a staggered spawn situation happening where they just need to wait it out a few seconds to make sure that everybody has enough specials to try to complete this push for them. Really great stop by Suspens right there.
I think Kirito's in a pretty good position here, but the double splashdown there really did save Pi. However, clearly not long enough. Kirito is quickly able to. But if you look at map control right now, it does look like Suspens is able to take a bit of that back, but Lemuria quickly responds by taking over that entirely.
I think what we're failing to see from Suspens here is going on the tower. Pi is in perfect position right there. You know, someone was around the other side, but they could have got a couple of points. They haven't pushed it past 99 when Lemuria has pushed all the way to 1. So if Suspens wants to be able to do this, they need to knock it out fully, and they're just not playing objective strong enough to be able to do any of that.
I think also one of the things here that is different between watching Lemuria versus Suspens versus watching Lemuria versus Kunai is that Kunai did have that double Stingray comp, and that they were using their Stingrays a lot more frequently, whereas here we do not see that Stingray coming out from Suspens nearly as quickly. They've been holding onto it for a very, very long time at this point. Total seems to be just not wanting to use it for some reason. And I think that's making it a lot harder on them, both to block out pushes and to be able to make any kind of push of their own. They can't get past Ree without that, and really the Stingray is the only thing from their team that can get anywhere close to it.
Yeah, I mean, having that Stingray on Ree's side now, Ree having that Stingray on Lumeria's side is going to make it very difficult as well for Suspens to be able to do anything about it. The Inkjet coming out too. Oh, beautiful, beautiful shot by Clown right there.
Wow. I do think that Clown in particular is doing a really good job of handling that undercover umbrella, just because they can just do that kind of shot above them that does a little bit of damage, and just does an excellent job. Like, the blaster itself is rather doing a very good job against the undercover and managing to hit their shots in a way that does do enough damage.
I agree. I wonder if Suspens has realized that they need to hang on to this tower now. Para on that tower. I mean, Toto also kind of off to the side there, but not really in position. They can't get off of tower, and sort of their plan right there, what they're used to, is backing off when they want to go for those kills. But Para has to stay on the tower if they want any shot of being able to take this. Even with that Stingray coming out. Oh, no.
Ooh, that wipe. That is game. Unfortunate.
Really nice job from Lemuria, though, taking that second game for today. And we'll be going into what I have been looking forward to the moment I saw this set. Rainmaker on Lemuria.
Melissa's still there. Rainmaker, Manta.
Yeah.
Oh. Carter just didn't hear you see the map and was concerned.
Oh. I was looking in the map list section of the server.
Indeed. I am excited for this. I just, like, looking at this in particular, I just see so many past matches just flying through my brain. It's just all of the ways that people have just managed to take the lead, managed to just take over the entire, like, left plat area of the other team. And just honestly, just the way that the last netting area of the last part of the push is so important, just because, like, a jet squelch or a heavy can just kind of rain down upon the Rainmaker before they are able to knock it out.
Absolutely. We shall see what they're able to do, and hopefully it's a fun one to be able to watch today. I'm very excited.
So as we move forward here, we do see pretty similar, I think actually the same comp coming out, except Blaster became a tech for Clown. And we do see a pretty similar comp, except the Umbrella coming out. We haven't seen the Umbrella in a couple of matches. But again, with that bomb rush.
Yeah, it's the Sorella Umbrella, so it has that flat bomb launcher, which I think is really nice to be able to see here too, because it's a little bit of a different umbrella that you normally see for Rainmaker, so I always love being able to watch teams when they're kind of playing unconventional picks here.
Rhea is able to make that drop. Wow!
Amazing, amazing push.
Again, 45 seconds in. To be honest, I think one of these things is just Rhea's doing such an excellent job of keeping Total away from being able to push up on any of Rhea's teammates. Total does decide to drop it off, which I think is the smart move just to really get it off their base. It's really hard to be able to get it out of there unless you go the left path, and the left path in itself can also be dangerous.
Yeah, I think that was a really smart play, even though, you know, Lemuria is all kind of centered around mid here. Ooh, that bomb rush coming out. Gonna force Rhea all the way back and to jump back home.
They do manage to make that jump, though. I thought the interesting thing there was, from my angle at least, like, Rhea basically ran through the Rainmaker instead of picking up, which I think might have been intentional, but, like, it also just, it looked like the Rainmaker just kind of was like, nope, I don't want you.
They absolutely could have, you know, intentionally avoided that, but sorry, go ahead.
We do see Suspens managing to push the Rainmaker up, but nowhere near that third. Parrot does manage to take down Rael. And oh no, we were watching that!
Wow, I was really shocked to see Rhea pushed all the way up to 3. I thought they had it, but they hadn't quite inked that pedestal, and that suction bomb down at the bottom was just their undoing right there. But beautiful, beautiful shots by Pi coming in, getting that double, and able to break that Rainmaker shield. Oh, man.
I think Para picking it up there might have been a little bit of an interesting pick, just because of the bomb rush that they did have. Para's trapped in that corner, but somehow manages to survive. Almost gets it through. Up to the 32 mark. I feel like we just saw that.
I think this has kind of changed hands very, very quickly. There's still a lot of members of Suspens over here.
It looks like they've got it. No! Oh my god. Total is the only one left there, but I think that they're gonna, they get immediately taken down. However, we do see these jumps coming in. It's the question of whether or not they are gonna be safe enough to be able to have them pick up the Rainmaker. They do jump it off, which again, I think was the smart move, especially considering that Suspens was already managing to push it in.
I agree. I think that would have been the best move for them there, because if they had tried to pick it up and go through their narrow, it would have been really, really tough. Wow, beautiful shot right there by Kirito. And just sort of trying to get as many picks as they possibly can. Deciding to ink that right-hand side. Ooh, almost had that one. Does have a splashdown at the ready. Decides to pop it. Gets that other pick on top of the bridge there. Can't quite get the Brella. Has a teammate help them out. But no, that's Stingray.
Kirito did a pretty good job there of staying alive for a while. However, we do see a bit of a more defense there. Sparadox does manage to survive just because of the ink armor, but does immediately get taken down by the Rainmaker again. However, Para's able to flank and take him down, but Para themselves also go. It's a 1v1 situation!
You really hardly ever see that when everyone from both teams are just kind of respawning. But it gives Clown a great opportunity to find a nice positioning that unfortunately gets found out really quickly by Pi. And I think this is just going to come down to a battle of the last 30 seconds of who's able to stay alive longer. And it seems as though it is Lemuria right now. Suspens has a lot to do if they're going to want to be able to push this.
I think also in this kind of situation, it's just so hard to be able to keep your motivation up. Like, you got it to 8, you had some good push, you had the players there, and yet it still wasn't enough. They have no time to be able to get to the mid, and it just looks so green. I'm not even sure that they're going to be able to get anywhere close to the Rainmaker or be able to pop it. That's game.
Yeah, and they just ran out of time at the very end there, and it really does, prove how strong and how kind of well matched both of these teams are. I think Lemuria